Hey everyone, Jason here, digital marketing consultant, and in this sales funnel showdown, we're going to be looking at the best sales funnel softwares for 2020. We are looking at GetResponse, ClickFunnels, Kartra, Kajabi, and then we're also going to take a look at some WordPress-based solutions like OptimizePress and Thrive Themes. So timestamp table contents in the description, along with some other videos that take a deeper dive on these softwares, as well as comparing them side by side. And when you stick around to the end, we're going to be going through this massive pricing table, looking at the best funnel software solutions, as well as what you could do to save some money if you actually decide to combine some of these options. So with that, let's go ahead, just jump right in. The first one on the chopping block is going to be ClickFunnels. And ClickFunnels' unique selling proposition is everything you need to be successful with your digital marketing for funnels in one platform. So the main advantages of ClickFunnels is, number one, it has just about everything you need, whether you're doing the $97 a month plan or the $297 a month plan. We'll get to more on that in a bit. The page builder does a good job. I know there's a lot out there that says the page builder is clunky and it's annoying. I don't find it any worse than anything else on this list, and you're just gonna find that you're gonna gravitate towards one page builder versus another, and I personally didn't have any problems with the way ClickFunnels built pages. The other advantages are upsells and split testing. It's very easy to run split tests with ClickFunnels, and that's where you have two different versions of a page and you're just seeing which one works better. It's pretty much essential to optimizing your sales funnel, so I really like that it's very, very easy to split test literally every step of your funnel process. I also like the interface because you can see all of the steps of your funnel in one place. And so it's really, really easy to stay organized, not get overwhelmed. Their support is also pretty good. Now, when it comes to things that don't work too well with ClickFunnels, my main gripe with ClickFunnels has been page speed. And this is simply something you're going to have to deal with if you use their software. You might read some blog posts that say, oh, you know, page speed is all about the images you put on your site or how you've put elements together in ClickFunnels. And sure, there are things you can do to optimize, but at the end of the day, when you compare what page speed you can get with ClickFunnels versus some other solutions, it's just freaking slow. There's no way around it. Now, there are a lot of people who are successful despite that, although there is some data out there that says for every 1 second it takes for your page to load, your conversion can go down by up to 2 to, if not 3 or 4%. So especially when you're running paid traffic, that page speed really can get in the way of optimizing your conversions, let alone getting a better conversion rate. Now, another downside of ClickFunnels is the membership software I wouldn't say is all that robust. In fact, there's only one solution on this entire list that I would actually recommend using their membership software. So if you're looking at ClickFunnels as going to be something that's going to be everything under the sun, just keep in mind the membership functionalities as of the recording of this video are relatively limited, although they are working on giving it a massive update. I think that's going to be available in the $300 a month plan, definitely not the $100 a month plan. Now, the final limitation here is bugs and linear focus. So first one, there tend to be a lot more times where I just had to reload the interface when I was using ClickFunnels compared to some other things, although I have the same problem with MailerLite, and so I definitely don't see this as a huge downside. But the other downside is that if you want to do something that's outside of the scope of how Russell Brunson, who's the founder, views building funnels, then this isn't for you. And I think this clip from him really illustrates how he feels about not only his pricing, but how he feels about the software and people who complain when they try to do something quote unquote complex.
So for you guys are like, that's $100 and I can only build 30 funnels and I still have to get an SMTP mailer to send my emails out. I have no like empathy for that. None, zero. I want you to leave us and go to your competitors, please. For the love, leave us. Go for the $37 option. I want you to be their nightmare clients. I do not want you to be using ClickFunnels. I don't have any empathy, zero, not one iota of empathy for you. If you cannot pay $100, even $300, if you can't pay $300 to run your company, you are not an entrepreneur. You should leave this business.
So I think that makes it pretty clear on his stance on whether or not new features are going to be coming to the platform. And the only thing you're going to be missing at the $97 a month price plan versus the $300 a month price plan is the follow-up funnels, what used to be called Actionetics, and that's email marketing, although I recommend doing email marketing outside of ClickFunnels or most of these other solutions anyway. And then you're also not going to have Backpack, which is their affiliate software, and you're not going to have access to some of their advanced trainings. So here's a quick little rundown of the difference in prices for the two tiers of ClickFunnels. You have the $97 a month, which gives you 20,000 visitors per month across all of your funnels. And then with the upgraded plan, you're going to have unlimited visitors, email automation, and affiliates built in. Now, the next one on this list is going to be GetResponse and their new auto funnels feature. Now, right off the bat, there's going to be a huge gaping weakness in this, but I still want to include this at number 2 because I think it's right on the heels of ClickFunnels. It's just missing one element where it would be able to actually go head to head with ClickFunnels as being a fully fledged sales funnel builder, but we'll get into that in a moment. So the advantage of GetResponse, number 1, is going to be significantly less than ClickFunnels. We'll get to the big pricing in a second. The page builder is very easy to use. It's very simple. It's just as clean, as easy to use as ClickFunnels and some of the other solutions on this list. And the email marketing is going to be one of the best on this list as well because they actually started as an email marketing software and then they moved into page building and creating funnels. Now, the main downside here is going to be integrations. When it comes to putting together your funnel, you can do your landing pages, you can do your sales pages, you can do the emails, and you can, of course, even accept payments. But where GetResponse falls short is on the membership side of things because not only does it not have any membership capabilities, it also does not have any integrations. Now, unlike ClickFunnels, the webinar features, I would say, actually do work. So if you want to run live webinars or actual automated webinars, then GetResponse is something that you should look at compared to ClickFunnels because I don't really like the way ClickFunnels runs webinars. So they do win on that front. But when it comes to after someone's purchased, GetResponse really falls flat on its face in terms of integration. So you're going to be stuck using Zapier to integrate with whatever membership platform you ultimately decide. So while it doesn't get you all the way done with your funnel, I still wanted to include this at the second spot because when you look at the pricing, it's really hard to beat given everything that you get. If you just need to build some landing pages and run your email marketing, fully fledged automation, then you're only looking at $25 a month, which is an absolute steal. And then for their Plus package, which starts to give you all of those auto funnel features, you're going to be looking at $59 a month. Now, this next one on the list is pretty much like the Rolls Royce of funnel builders. It literally does everything you need and it does it well, unlike the next two that we're going to talk about. Now, this one I'm talking about Kajabi. So if you want something that is truly one and done, you don't have to worry about upgrading or updating, and you want to know what the top marketers are using right now, then Kajabi is it. It gives you a fully functioning membership platform and program. It's comparable to what you would get with Thinkific or Teachable. The pricing, of course, is going to reflect all this, and with the email capabilities, you're not going to wish you had your own separate autoresponder. So I'll quickly go through the pros. It has a great drag and drop page builder. The site builder is actually good enough for you to create your own website using Kajabi, although I still recommend using WordPress for your blog. The shopping cart does have upsells and downsells. You have real quizzes and real surveys, something that ClickFunnels does. They have their quizzes and surveys, but it doesn't actually wind up tagging anyone based upon what they did inside of those. So it's more like an anecdotal thing, whereas with Kajabi here, you're actually going to be able to change the emails or the offer someone gets based upon the quizzes and survey answers. So that's incredibly powerful. And with their pipelines feature, because everything's integrated, you're going to have a tremendous amount of control over sending emails and doing follow-ups based upon specific actions someone is taking inside of your funnel. Now, if you're just getting started, this might be a little overwhelming, but it's definitely something that you can easily grow into, and you're never going to feel like you are going to be growing out of Kajabi. So if you just want to pay for one thing, never have to worry about it again, this is for you. Now, the main weakness is there is some limitations on editing the shopping cart pages, and when you start playing with customizations, things can get a little buggy from what I've read and seen. Now, here's the pricing, right? Because how much extra is this going to cost us? Well, actually not a whole lot, especially when we get to the different marketing stacks you could go through. Now, at $149 a month, you're going to be able to have 3 products, 3 pipelines, and 10,000 email subscribers and 1,000 customers. If you opt to pay another $50 a month, you're going to have those limits dramatically increased. And the main difference between these two too is if you only pay $150 a month, you're going to have Kajabi branding across all of your marketing. So I definitely think it's worth just paying $50 a month so that the little powered by Kajabi doesn't show up on all of your things. Now, these next two I'm going to go through relatively quickly simply because I get a lot of questions about them, and I have personally not used these following two, and I'll explain why. We're going to go through Kartra and we're going to go through Builderall. Now, first is Kartra. Now, if you're familiar with marketing funnel softwares, the same team that created EverWebinar and Webinar Jam are the same people who originally built Kartra. One of the strange things, though, is it seems some of the founders have come in and out, and some major marketing influencers who originally endorsed it wound up just going completely silent and distancing themselves from the team as much as possible. So I'm not quite sure what's going on internally, but I can say when we just look at the amount of features that have thrown into it, it's trying to be a ClickFunnels and Kajabi. Now, the big downside of it, even though I personally haven't used it, just from a pricing perspective, it gets way too expensive, way too fast. So here's a rapid fire of the features, and then we'll go straight into the pricing why I don't think it's worth considering on this list. It does have page builders, it does allow split testing, upsells. Something that it does differently than the others is it does actually host your videos, so you're not gonna be having to pay for Wistia or Vimeo for hosting your videos like you would with all the other solutions. And then because everything's in one platform, you're gonna have something called what they call action tracking. This is very similar to Kajabi's pipelines, where if everyone's in one platform, then Kartra and Kajabi can easily see when someone has clicked a video or clicked a link, and that can trigger different email sequences. Now, the main downsides here is it's relatively new. I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket in a new software, and the pricing. So taking a look at this chart, you can see Kartra Starter is $99 a month, just a few bucks more than ClickFunnels. However, there's a big limit on the number of leads you can have and the number of products and memberships. And you take a massive, massive price jump when you reach those 2,500 contacts. And that's gonna bring it up to $199 a month, which is pretty much the same as Kajabi. And so if you're comparing $200 a month for Kartra versus Kajabi, just based upon my personal experience and how long both of these companies and teams have been around, I would highly recommend going with Kajabi because a lot of our higher end clients really, really like Kajabi, and Kartra is just, it's the new person on the block. It might prove itself to be better than Kajabi one day, but for now, go with something that's proven, I think. Now, this next one is Builderall, and I get a lot of hate comments from all the people who are promoting Builderall every time I say, I really don't think it's worth the price. Now, Builderall is one of these solutions where it's trying to literally do everything. If you wanted something that just tried to do literally anything you could think of with your digital marketing under the sun, Builderall is the one that says it can do it. However, I don't think you're going to enjoy the quality that you get in exchange for all of that quantity. Now, the other reason I really don't recommend using Builderall is even though it has so many solutions, it doesn't do the few things that you actually need a sales funnel software to do well compared to the other things on this list. And they are really, really fishy when it comes to their affiliate program and some of their updates. They'll do this massive update and then they'll get a bunch of feedback that's pretty much negative, and then they'll roll it back to a different version. A lot of their top affiliates wind up being owners in the company somehow, and then they went through this weird phase where they actually just turned into a straight multi-level marketing company until people got so frustrated they went back to their original affiliate program, which still has 2 tiers, very similar to how ClickFunnels affiliate program works. So while all of the features are there, the quality isn't up to par. There's too many bugs, and there's a lot of fishy things going on their affiliate side as well as with their leadership. So I definitely don't want to put all my eggs in one basket when it seems like a company is more concerned with signing up affiliates than it is with actually making good software. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into some other solutions and a breakdown of what your marketing stack might look like by taking a look at this chart. So we're gonna start from the top and we're just gonna go down one by one. So the first funnel we have here is going to be using the $97 a month price plan for ClickFunnels. You're gonna need to have an autoresponder, so you're gonna pay $15 a month to MailerLite or $49 a month to ConvertKit. I did this based on having 2,500 subscribers. So for $15 a month, MailerLite gives you 2,500 subscribers, and for $50 a month, ConvertKit gives you 3,000. So using ClickFunnels, you're gonna have your landing page, you're gonna have your sales page, shopping cart, and membership site taken care of. So the max you're looking to pay is about $146 per month for a list of 2,500 to 3,000 people. Next, we have GetResponse at $59 a month for 2,500 contacts, and you are going to need to go to a platform like Thinkific or Teachable if you want to have a membership site. Now, you might wind up paying an extra $30 a month for Zapier. It just depends on how many transactions that you are doing, but it is possible to have GetResponse and Teachable or Thinkific connected via Zapier, which is a third-party application that makes sure the two can talk to each other. So here you're going to be paying anywhere from $30 all the way up to $50 for Teachable or Thinkific, bringing your total cost to $88 a month all the way up to $108. Now this next one is Kajabi. This one's straightforward because it literally does everything and it does it well enough where you don't have to worry about anything else. So if you really do just want the one and done, I know $200 a month sounds like a huge price tag, but the headache that you're going to save from a tech aspect really is worth it. Now, if you are a WordPress person or you like using WordPress, these next ones are going to be for you. So if you're looking for a hybrid solution where you can still use your WordPress site and still have those funnel capabilities, then I'd recommend checking out Thrive Architect. It's from Thrive Themes. I don't think you need their full suite of themes if you're just looking to build some sales pages and maybe a couple landing pages, and that's only going to cost you $97 a year. Now, when it comes to your shopping cart, you're going to want a shopping cart that can easily do upsells and downsells. There are plenty of WordPress plugins that do it. They are all way more of a headache than Thrivecart, which is actually what we use. So I'll leave an affiliate link in the description if you want to check it out. I think it's a fantastic software and it's just a one-time fee of $600. They recently did a massive update so you can actually have a tremendous amount of control how your pages look, and you can easily do upsells and downsells, and it integrates with Teachable. So this particular type of funnel would run you anywhere from $53 all the way to $107 a month with that one-time fee of $600. Now, if you want to be 100% WordPress, you're looking at this going, I don't want any software. I don't trust any of these software companies. I want 100% control. Okay, this next one is for you. You're going to be using OptimizePress 3.0. You're going to be able to build your landing pages. You're going to be able to build your sales page. They even have a checkout, but you're still going to need a membership site solution. And so Wishlist Member at $150 per year is going to be the solution for that. So you'll have everything you need on WordPress. You're not going to be using any software outside of the autoresponder because that one's kind of hard to run through a WordPress site. You technically could, although I just don't recommend it. There's a lot of problems with the Spam Act and all that fun stuff. Now, this last one is going to be the mega super budget one, right? And this is actually the funnel that I share in our free sales funnel video. So I'll link to that in the description if you want to learn how to build a sales funnel for free, although I definitely don't recommend doing things like that. Just put together the cash to choose one of these and do it right the first time. So with MailerLite, they actually have the ability for $10 a month, you can have some advanced features with building landing pages and websites. And so with that, it's going to cost you $25 a month. You'll have your autoresponder done for 2,500 contacts. You'll be able to create your landing and sales pages. You can use something called Wave Accounting if you're in the US or Canada to accept payments. And then for your membership site, you're going to set up a password protected page using MailerLite. So you can actually create a password for your pages on MailerLite. So what you would do is once someone purchases, then you would send them an email with a link to the page and the password. So it's not perfect because someone could just share the site password with a bunch of their friends, but at least you'll be able to have some sort of protection over your content. And so I hope that all the information we went through was helpful. I know I briefly went over Kartra and Builderall because I just don't recommend them and personally haven't used them. But when it comes to to what you should actually pay for if you just want to go 100% software as a service with your sales funnels. These are your options. So the final table I want to go through is this one. This is the ultimate showdown, showing you exactly how much you could expect to pay if you are comparing Kajabi, GetResponse, ClickFunnels, and Kartra. So let's go ahead, jump right into this diagram here. So what I've done is I have the monthly costs and I have two different tiers from each one of these platforms. And then in the limits column, you'll be able to see the difference of what you can and cannot do. Year number one, I'm going to assume that you're only paying the monthly price because they give you a yearly discount, right? But if you're just starting with a software, you probably don't want to be locked in to a year. And if you're not sure if you do, you definitely don't. I can't count how many thousands of dollars we lost. Like, oh, this is gonna be the best software ever. And then 6 months later, we're like, yeah, we need to leave, but we already paid for 6 months of software we don't wanna use. So assuming the first year, you're paying month to month, and then the second year, you go ahead and get that annual discount. That's how you get the 2-year total. And as you can see here, ClickFunnels winds up being the most expensive over a 2-year period. And when you compare Kartra Silver to Kajabi Growth, you're barely paying another $200 for using Kajabi, and you're getting all of those awesome features and proven track record versus the up and coming Kartra. So when it comes to features, I really do think Kajabi is the winner on this list. However, if you're okay with not having your autoresponder in the same software, then ClickFunnels actually does come in at the least expensive as an all-in-one solution. Now at the very bottom, GetResponse Plus does come in at the lowest at $1,288. However, you do have to remember that you don't have any membership software here. So if you don't have to worry about membership sites, then GetResponse hands down wins. If you're looking for an all-in-one and you don't want to use Teachable or Thinkific, then I think ClickFunnels wins. And if you're looking for just the complete package, including autoresponder and membership site, never have to worry about upgrading again, then Kajabi is going to be the winner. So I sincerely hope you got some value out of this video. Most importantly, you got some clarity on the differences between these softwares. I know we didn't take a super deep dive into the itty bitty pros and cons and features between them, but really you can't go wrong if you choose ClickFunnels, Kajabi, or GetResponse. You're not going to be disappointed as long as you know the features that are being left out. I think that's really the main thing here. So I sincerely hope you have a much better idea of which one to choose. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dive reviews just like this one, as well as tutorials that actually walk you click by click how to build your funnels. So until the next, keep building the business you love.